What is up? The Boston Celtics take down the Cleveland Cavaliers 112-105. Yeah, the boys. We are so back. 4 W's in a row. That's a 26-point comeback off the back of a Jason Tatum masterclass and a team W, man. Everybody chipped in against apparently the best team in the Eastern Conference, the Cleveland Cavaliers. The road still goes through Boston. Man, the Boston Celtics fucking love playing on the road, don't they? 20-6 on the road now? Best road record in the NBA? The 2 seed's perfect for us. The 3 seed might be even better. We're just road warriors, man. That's 4 nice W's in a row. Pelicans game, tough. You survive the Trey Murphy 40 bomb. 26-point comeback. Should you have been down 26 against the Sixers? Probably not. But you still come back and win. 26-point comebacks, 26-point comeback. And then tonight, man, it got a little hairy there late in the fourth quarter. I think the lead got cut to 4, I think. But I almost like that. You go up 20 early, and as our New Zealand correspondent Joe Tiddy always likes to say, beware the early lead. A 20-point lead in the first quarter, early second quarter, we know what that means in the modern NBA. That's nothing. The worst time to be down 20 is in the first quarter or on the first half. The worst time to be down 20 is in the fourth quarter, obviously. And this is the thing that I keep coming back to now, is we've been trying to figure out, does this team have a switch? We've been saying, this team's been so good for so many years, it's hard for me to believe that they're a 500 basketball team all of a sudden. And on this podcast, I don't think we panicked. I think we stayed pretty level-headed, and we've seen it now consistently from the blowouts, the comebacks yesterday, getting up for good teams, whether it was the Minnesota game, the game tonight, obviously, from start to finish. You just beat a Cleveland Cavaliers team wire to wire, dominated from the jump, and honestly, down the stretch, that looked an awful lot like the Boston Celtics. Derrick fucking White is back. That's 4, maybe 5 games in a row now. He's been a monster. And I think he was 1 for 6 in the first half. He ends the game 7 for 14, 20 points, 6 for 12 for 3. How many threes did he hit in the fourth quarter? He hit 3 threes in the fourth quarter. He had those 2 missed free throws. And that was the catalyst for the Cavs run. 2 missed free throws back the other way. But Derrick White, man, he had that awesome block on Jared Allen at the rim as well in this game. 20 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 0 turnovers. Derrick White, Tatum, 2-man game down the stretch here. And look, it wasn't perfect. Celtics end the game 35% from 3. Cavs end the game 28% from 3. Both teams right around 40% from the field. I thought that the Celtics missed so many good looks. So many good looks. How many looks did KP miss that he can make? How many wide open 12-foot jump shots did he miss? I thought this was very encouraging for this matchup in particular, and a way that I feel comfortable in this matchup, and why I'm just not worried about the Cavs. We make some of their best players not look like themselves. Shout out RJ. Appreciate you. Only 1 lead change. It's impressive. Didn't even need Jaden Springer. And there was an argument to be made for Jaden Springer, at least in the first half when Donovan Mitchell was going on. Apologies to Derrick White's 3-year-old. Derrick effing White. My apologies. He is the king. But yeah, not my forte with the clean. This is not a clean show here. Little side of eroticism probably to come on late night tonight as well. Dan Greenie will be on tonight. But yeah, man, Derrick White, he is a barometer for this team. And when he's rolling like this, they're just really hard to beat, because that 2-man game with Tatum and Derrick is something they're really comfortable getting to, whether it's just purely getting it to Tatum on the switch or Tatum on the roll. But Tatum's just gotten so much better at screening and finding him in some advantageous spots, but quick passes back to Derrick White when the help comes, and he was just, oh man, and we had the little swirl round and round, fell in, Derrick White, pocket full of threes, dude. Huge game from D White, and you needed it. But like, so D White, I mean, game ball to Derrick White, story of the game, which will, while you're here, hit the like button, get in here, move that little mouse, hop over, bing, like it. You're here. You may as well help the fellas out a little bit. That's right. Yeah. Hey, exactly. That's hand up. We all make mistakes, but yeah, man. The Jaylen Brown, and look, you can't call it like a true benching because he was in foul trouble for a lot of the game, and he picked up his 5th foul with 5 minutes to go, and then the Celtics kind of were rolling, and I'm not sure if he should have gone back to Jaylen. Like, obviously, you can't say he should have gone back to Jaylen. They secured the win, but Pritchard did foul Garland on that 4-point play, which was really bad, and then he redeemed himself with the offensive rebound, and then he immediately passed it to Donovan Mitchell. It was like 0, 0, all in a little stretch there. So you definitely could have made an argument for getting JB back on the court. I didn't think he was sulking. I think Jaylen Brown's face is usually pretty much just like serious. So I'm not going to read too much into Jaylen Brown being on the bench when he had 4 fouls and then 5 fouls with 5 minutes to go. That was why he was on the bench to begin with. So I think it was purely foul trouble, and then they were rolling and kind of had the game in hand with the players that were on the court. So I think you just roll with JB. I'm not going to read too much into that at all. Appreciate you, Muzz. 10,000 subscribers for First to the Floor. Yes, we hit it earlier this week. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody here, man. Like, we love doing the show. We love hanging out with you guys. Like, the community that we've built here is so awesome and so much fun. Like, we absolutely love it. So, but appreciate you guys. Like, obviously not possible without you guys. But yeah, that's going straight to the 2026 Las Vegas fund. Appreciate you all. Dean Wade was hurt. Dean Wade's always hurt. Like, one of the most fragile guys in the NBA. And yeah, Jaylen Brown for the free throws at the end. Granted, Derrick White did miss 2, but hell fuck yeah, man. This is a huge win. Like, going back to what we were saying about the switch, like, does the team have a switch? I mean, you can't see a bigger example of a team that's been worrying everybody than the last 48 hours, last 2 games. You look like absolute garbage for a lot of the first half against the Sixers without Paul George, without Embiid, without Caleb Martin as well, without Eric Gordon as well. You go down 26 to a team like that, and you play like a flawless like 14 minutes. Like, that's a switch. And then you come out and you play a really good game, a game that you wasn't perfect in. You didn't shoot awesome from the field. You definitely left some stuff on the table, but it was just very obvious that this team can play with the Cavs. On the road, you just win wire to wire. You have the matchups, you have the execution, you have the versatility, you have the energy and the focus to get it done while leaving, I thought, a bunch on the table, man. And I fucking called it before the game. Al Horford, like, now we can go back to not worrying about Al Horford. Fantastic again from Al. And that's all you want to see, man. He loves playing against Darius Garland. Again, collected another blocks. Yeah, not sleeveless today, Landon, but you know, we'll pop the guns out a little more as the playoffs roll around. Oh, appreciate you, Duncan D's. 10K. Slap on the pokies. Absolutely. We'll turn that into 20K in no time. But yeah, man, Al, solid. They left him open early as well, and you're thinking, shit. He ends up hitting 3 threes, and honestly, like, I thought he kind of got handed a couple of grenades late in the game as well, but and shots that he had to shoot. So to see Al hit a couple of big shots in the first half when it felt like there was a lid on the basket was absolutely huge. But dude, good switch defense on Garland. Like, the fact that he can still do that, all right, ramp it back down. Maybe if you want to turn it back up a little bit for the Knicks game, I'd be okay with that. But like, just all we want to see is examples of this team having the switch and guys like Horford, guys like Drew having the switch. Not the best Drew Holiday game. He had his one shot that he hit out of his 6 field goal attempts was very, very big in the fourth quarter, and he hit the 2 clutch free throws, some nice rebounds, some solid defense, I thought. Not amazing, but I thought the defense was pretty solid, but it was definitely like a CTE decision maker. Here's the evil Drew Holiday game, but that's all right. We'll take it. I've seen enough flashes from Drew that I'm still feeling pretty confident about what I'm going to get from him in the playoffs. And I thought like the bench in the first half was just fantastic. Like Horford, Pritchard, Cornette, Hauser, all really solid. And if you look, and honestly for the entire game, you look at the plus minus, Horford plus 19, Pritchard plus 19, Hauser plus 18, Cornette plus 10. Cornette, man. Like, he's going to be able to play in the playoffs. I was someone who was like, that's just a regular season innings eater, and he continues to get better on both ends, but especially offensively, man. Like, just the decision making, now that he actually looks at the rim, he's more aggressive, just like dunking the ball. Like, Luke Cornette has become like Bobby Manning got roasted for being obsessed with Luke Cornette. He saw the vision. I was always someone who was a little higher on Luke Cornette than consensus, but I never thought that I would be saying that Luke Cornette gives me confidence in the playoffs, man. He even had a nice possession where he was able to switch, but dude, he's just a good player, really good offensive player. Like, really good chemistry in the pick and roll with Derrick White and Jason Tatum and Peyton Pritchard as well. What happened to Mobley? Man, they just had him. Speaking of Luke Cornette, what happened to Mobley? Luke Cornette, the Eliminator, as we coined him on the playback stream today. Like, what a valuable find. What a valuable contract. What a piece. What a find by Brad Stevens to turn Luke Cornette's career around, man. Like, he had him in jail. What did Mobley end up tonight, man? Mobley was 3 for 14, 0 for 4 for 3, -9. Celtics killer Karis LeVert, 0 for 5 from 3, not anymore. I like this matchup for the Celtics, dude. I just do. Between the ability to penetrate on the perimeter on a variety of guys and the ability to defend Mobley, Allen in the post with Horford and and Cornette and Porzingis. Like, I just two-way feel really comfortable in this matchup. And so, like, when you're looking at trying to make the finals, like this, the Celtics will be favored in a series against the Cavs. Like, no question. And I think it'll be like heavy favorites, similar to the way that it was in the Mavericks series in the finals. Like, yeah, finally Donovan Mitchell, he still was 12 for 25, 4 for 14, 31 points. That's pretty much right bang on his average. Did you know all time who scores the most points against the Celtics? Michael Jordan is number 1. Donovan Mitchell is number 2. Followed by Kareem, I think. We talked about it in the playback. I forget who else it was. But yeah, insane that Donovan Mitchell does that to us. Like, that's all time. It's Donovan Mitchell at second after Michael Jordan. LeBron and Kareem and Luka were in the other top 5 in that category. So that'll do it for instant reactions. We'll be back tonight with Greeny, late night, talking more about this game, how we're feeling about the Celtics, how we're only need to go 4-4 for 40-20. We're talking about the Luka trade, talk about the Fox trade. Who knows? We might get a Kevin Durant trade in the next hour or so. So, yeah, back soon. Appreciate you all. Biggest question, Struce hair on Derrick. I mean, as someone that used to have Struce type hair, I miss it, but we all know who's got the best hair. It's Derrick White. And by extension, then also me. But yeah, man, appreciate you all. Appreciate you for 10K. And yeah, see you in an hour or so after the Garden Report wraps up. Peace.